if you call me, please, or don't even bother me. They said, oh, my apology. They keep calling and calling. I keep stalling.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Off the play fake, Winston. Rolling, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. On play action, Winston on the move to his left. He dumps it down to Ingram. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And they punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 12-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's punted out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the third down conversion.
Now that one hurts defensively. They forced them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The Browns had 4-10 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And Chubb will try the middle here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, overtime.
Touchdown! Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Winston toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On third down, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That third down conversion good for 23. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Sliding out of the pocket. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 27. Play fake. Winston.
That's out to the flat for Ingram. And he's going to get this down near the 25. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They give to Ingram up the middle. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Complete, it's Johnson. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Close the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He'll get this down to the 38. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 38, Watson. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Watson. They'll roll him out right. His throw incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. This one from 48 yards away. York able to send this one through. So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, as everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. There's Chris Olave. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now left side on the swing pass. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Winston now from the 50. Back to Kamara for another catch. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30.
Jameis to throw it.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They go play action. Winston. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
From the red zone now, Winston. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara from 10 yards out. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to take another shot here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. Play action now, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On play action, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
To throw, Winston.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 27, Winston. And his His throw is going to be incomplete. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Winston. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Gets past one man. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. To try again after the sack. Watson, he's going to air one out. That's caught at the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland. 64 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Winston. He finds his man complete. It's Wood. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing again on second down. Winston. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
To the air again with Winston. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. Lutz with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively. You could almost see him going through the coaching points. Adjust, find the football, knock it away. Well executed.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
98 yards rushing now for Kamara. It's a 1st down.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Winston. And the catch made by Johnson.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain the yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On third down, Winston. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Winston to give. It's Kamara. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Rolling to his left.
Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Meanwhile, Winston throw complete there to Thomas. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jameis again. To the goal line, but it
it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing, Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football.
There he goes, left side. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz,
82 yards.
and the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Winston on target to Olave for the Saints first.
Winston. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Sione Taki able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And Watson's going to throw it here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Yeah, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
First down, Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns come up with a late turnover, but it'll probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.